Charlesworth all morning long. That's really me.
Coffee?
All morning long, we're getting a taste of what is to come in the annual Winter's Eve celebration.
As we said, meteorologist Amy Freeze is live in Dante Park with more on what's happening and to give us a first look at weather. And you're living up to your last name today.
Yeah, it's cold. It was a chilly start, you guys, and a real shocker, too. 15 to 20 degrees colder than it was yesterday at the same time. But now the clouds are starting to give way right here over the Upper West Side, and blue sky going to join us for the afternoon. The north wind will dominate. It's going to keep everybody cooler today. Say goodbye to the 60s for a while, but a lot more seasonal, actually, and the sun will at least push our temperatures into the 50s. So, yes, we have more of the preview of Winter's Eve balloon soon coming up next, so we're looking forward to that. But let's get you up to speed on what you need to know. Out the door this morning, temperatures are pushing the upper 30s in the city, so all the boroughs are starting to warm up. But we've also got sub-freezing conditions in the outlying suburbs and southern northern counties. So here's a live picture looking down through Manhattan, 37 degrees, and there are the numbers. 24-hour temperature change is 15 to 25 degrees colder than it was yesterday at this same time. We got 40 for the island right now. Now showers are lingering. That's the cold front that has stalled just to the south. So there are showers on the map along the Jersey Shore through central New Jersey. All of that continues to push south and east. So planning for this day, expect that the clouds give way to some sun breaks, and the further north you are, you may already have sunshine while we're holding on to the clouds to the south. A high today of 51 in New York City. Coming up, previewing the 16th year for Winter's Eve here on the Upper West Side, we will have food and entertainment. I'll also have the AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Back inside to you guys. Michelle, Rob.
All right, Amy, thank you so much. Developing in New Jersey right now, 3 people have been killed. At least 16 other people were hurt after a serious crash on 287 in Somerset County.
Eyewitness News reporter Kristen Thorne is live at Morristown Medical Center in Morristown with details on this ongoing story. Morning, Kristen.
Good morning, Rob and Michelle. Yes, several of those people now recovering here at Morristown Medical Center. As you mentioned, 3 people killed and 16 others injured in just this horrific crash. We want to show you some video that we got. It happened around 10:30 last night, 287 north around Bernards Township. That's exit 29. At least 4 vehicles involved, including a pickup truck, a passenger car, a multi-passenger van, and a trailer carrying cattle. In fact, some of those cows were killed as well. 2 people pronounced dead at the scene. 1 later died at Morristown Medical Center. 9 others now recovering at Overlook Hospital in Summit, New Jersey. Several miles of the highway was closed this morning. All lanes northbound around exit 29. Thankfully, all those lanes have now been reopened. We're still waiting to hear from New Jersey State Police about what caused this crash. We're live in Morristown this morning. I'm Kristen Thorne, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Horrific scene. Thank you, Kristen. Investigators are also on the scene after a state trooper was involved in a deadly crash. The trooper was stopped at an accident in West Babylon when investigators say someone rear-ended the trooper's car. And we have learned a pedestrian at the scene was killed in all of this, but it's still unclear if that person was involved in the initial crash. And new this morning, police are searching for the man who lit more than 3 dozen religious flags on fire in front of a home in Queens. Video police sent to us overnight shows the man in the front yard of a Woodhaven home lighting fire to 40 religious Hindu flags. All this happened early Thanksgiving morning near 89th Avenue and 80th Street. The man took off southbound on 80th Street after starting the fire. No one was hurt. That's the good news. But if you have any information, you are asked to please give authorities a call.
A suspect is under arrest this morning, accused of raping and robbing a woman who was running on the Lower East Side. 28-year-old Paul Niles surrendered to police last night, one day after authorities identified him as a suspect. Police say a 26-year-old runner was attacked, dragged by her hair into an amphitheater on East River Park on Wednesday, where she was raped and robbed. Now police say a second victim has come forward. A 56-year-old woman, says Niles, grabbed her rear end near the park, then fled on a bike earlier that same evening.
A 97-year-old woman has her neighbors to thank after escaping a fire burning through her New Jersey home. It happened last night in Belleville. The homeowner was asleep when that fire broke out in the back of the home on Belmont Avenue about 7 o'clock. Neighbors walking past noticed all the flames and then rushed in to find that woman who had spent more than 9 decades living in that home.
My husband was banging on the door, and she opened it, and he said, hurry up, get out, there's a fire. And she got up to go to the fire to see what was going on, and I chased her, and I grabbed her, and I carried her out the front door.
Oof, good neighbors. Others did also rush in and help this woman out as well. One man even made sure the woman's vintage car was safely away from those flames as firefighters came in to get that fire under control. No word just yet on exactly what started the fire.
Investigators continue their search for a motive in the shooting that killed 3 people inside of a Colorado Planned Parenthood. The organization says eyewitness accounts suggest the suspect was motivated by his opposition to abortion. Police searched the small trailer in a remote Colorado town where 57-year-old Robert Louis Deere lived. Deere is accused of killing 3 people in a shooting rampage Friday, 60 miles from his home. One of the victims is 44-year-old police officer Garrett Swayze. A moment of silence was held last night at the University of Colorado where Swayze worked as friends remembered the man who not only served his community but was also an avid figure skater.
Garrett was always there to listen to me when I had something I was upset about, and always sort of putting somebody else's feelings ahead of his own and, you know, trying to help somebody else.
5 other police officers were among the 9 people injured in Friday's shooting. Meantime, Deere has a court appearance tomorrow.
Turning now to the race for president, Republican presidential hopeful Donald Trump is bragging about his high standing in the polls as he continues to draw crowds numbering into the thousands. Trump arrived for a rally in Sarasota, Florida in his personal helicopter. You see it there. The crowd chanted his name as he began to speak, but one woman, well, she began protesting. The candidate asked security to remove her, but said, be nice, saying he's trying to be more diplomatic these days after another protester said he was attacked by Trump supporters just last week.
We had one person who was really being bad, and it was horrible. It was horrible. And we said, get him out, get him out. We're a little bit rough, and I got criticized.
Trump also in trouble for allegedly mocking a New York Times reporter with a disability. We'll see how that plays out. Meantime, Trump's closest rival, Dr. Ben Carson, is working to bolster his credentials when it comes to foreign policy. That's why he has taken a trip to the country of Jordan. And while there, he visited refugee camps filled with families fleeing the civil war in Syria. He says the U.S. should help countries like Jordan settle these families, but settle them in the Mideast instead of bringing them here to the U.S. Well, coming up, you can hear from Republican presidential candidates Ben Carson, also Ohio Governor John Kasich on This Week with George Stephanopoulos. That show coming up at 10 o'clock right after Eyewitness News.
Coming up on Eyewitness News this Sunday morning, a heartbreaking mystery out west. A newborn baby was buried alive, and the search is on to figure out who would do such a thing. The few clues that police have about the moments leading up to the discovery still ahead.
Also coming up, the dangerous storm hammering parts of the country right now. The conditions people are still dealing with this morning. Look at all that ice. Yeah.
Phew. And meteorologist Amy Freeze is coming back with your AccuWeather forecast. She's outside just across the street previewing what's in store during tomorrow's Winter's Eve Fest. Stay with us.
Monday at 5, Cyber Monday. 7 on your side has 7 tricks to savings.
From sites to save you money that haggles for you. Computer tricks to make sure you're saving the most. You can trick retailers.
Before you check out these cyber secrets. Monday at 5 on Eyewitness News.
Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com says the Optima turns heads and flusters the competition. Lucky for you, you can now lease the attention-grabbing Optima LX for only $139 a month. Hurry to your nearest tri-state Kia dealer today.
Sleepy's Black Friday doorbusters are red hot the first 6 hours Saturday and Sunday. That's just 6 hours to get our lowest price ever on gel memory foam mattress sets starting at just $99 each piece. Get Beauty Rest firm sets starting at $289. Half off Serta Motion Select adjustable bases, a 99-cent mattress protector with every mattress, and more. Sleepy's deals continue all weekend with up to half off nearly every mattress in the store. Sleepy's, the only mattress professionals.
What makes this simple salad the best simple salad ever? Heart-healthy California walnuts. The best simple veggie dish ever. Heart-healthy California walnuts. the best simple dinner ever? Heart-healthy California walnuts. Great tasting, heart-healthy California walnuts. So simple. Get the recipes at walnuts.org.
The perfect getaway vehicle is now even more perfect. The Kia Sorento was ranked highest in its segment in initial quality by J.D. Power. Discover the new Sorento. Discover the new Kia. Lease a Sorento LX for only $199 a month. Hurry to your nearest tri-state Kia dealer today.
All week, Live's got stars and Star Wars. Next Live, Michael Chiklis, plus Uzo Aduba from The Wiz. I love The Wiz.
Me too.
Watch Live
Tomorrow morning at 9.
Well, it is a cold, cold morning across the central U.S. In fact, people in Oklahoma are waking up to a thick layer of ice that is covering just about everything. The ice made some tree limbs so heavy, they came down, of course. They came down and took the power lines with them, which means thousands of folks are without power as crews worked in the storm to get everything up and running again. Hello, winter.
The busiest travel weekend of the year is really messy in Utah. A snowstorm is causing major problems on the roads there. There were several crashes yesterday watch these cars go sideways. Yesterday, along major highways in Salt Lake City, drivers were left stuck in traffic as officials closed icy roads. You couldn't get anywhere. Plow drivers were out in force. Officials say the light snow mixed with very low temperatures made the roads even more dangerous than they had anticipated. And boy, do they know bad weather and bad roads out there. So be glad you live here.
It does make you appreciate, even though we have our traffic issues here.
Certainly.
We certainly do. It is nice to live in a city that is so good at public transportation. Even when things are bad, I'd rather be stuck on the LIRR or in the subway than that.
Right? New Jersey Transit?
Anything.
Or underground?
Yes.
Like a worm? I'll take it.
Warmer worm, yeah.
Right?
All right, let's go back to Amy Freeze outside in Lincoln Square ahead of tomorrow's Winter's Eve Festival. She's been having a good time out there on this chilly Sunday.
Well, you guys, this is our neighborhood. Winter's Eve takes place on the Upper West Side. I'm just across from the Lincoln Center. I'm actually in Dante Park, and behind me is the tree that will be lighting live on Eyewitness News tomorrow at 5:30. So today is our opportunity to give you a preview. We've got neighbors coming through. We've got 36 restaurants that'll be previewed for Winter's Eve, and we have more than 20 live acts. So we'll also have dancers in this hour. Hope you'll stick around for that. And Bulud Sood is coming up with their delicious lamb slider next. So first, let me get you up to speed on what's happening with the weather. Skies are breaking overhead, and the blue skies really do look fantastic despite the major temperature change that we've got this morning. As much as 25 degrees colder. We currently have 37 in Central Park, 75% humidity. The influence of the winds is from the north. That cold front yesterday that brought a little dose of rain has definitely taken our temperatures back towards near normal. I think we'll still beat that 49 today, but nowhere near the record of 69 set back in 1990. There are the northerly winds driving in. We have actually 2 shots of cold air, one today and another one tomorrow. Look how fast the front is really sliding south and east, and just the southern part of New Jersey down to the Delmarva, that's the only area of shower activity we have left. Everything else pushes south and east. So we'll call it 51 degrees, clouds to sunshine today. There's the next dose of cold air coming in from the north. It takes us down to 46, and actually that 46-degree reading, that's slightly below average for this time of year. So this afternoon, 51 tonight, we go to 38, 20s in the suburbs, and then tomorrow, the coldest day of the stretch. So we end November, and we slide into December with temperatures right about average for this time of year. But then we're back in the mid-50s by Wednesday. AccuWeather 7-day forecast calling for rain Tuesday night into Wednesday. In that time period, late Tuesday into early Wednesday, we could see up to an inch of rainfall. That's the wet portion of the forecast. By Thursday, the sun is back, seasonal sunshine 50, 49 on Tuesday, and 48 on Saturday. This is, I think, perhaps the most delicious part of the show. Come on over. This is Travis Swikert. He's a chef over at Bulud Sood, and this is a French. It's a French influence, but it's not just French, because I think if I remember, there's sort of some North African and Turkey influence on the menu.
Absolutely, Mediterranean, all around from south of France, North Africa, Spain, a little Turkey, Greece, Italy, and all the above. The
item that you're serving tomorrow for Winter's Eve, which is, by the way, an opportunity to taste some of the great restaurants on the Upper West Side. What are you going to be serving up?
Tomorrow I'm making a Moroccan lamb meatball slider as well as a lobster bouillabaisse and some pistachio macaroons.
All right, show me how it's done. I see I see this, which I could probably figure this out because this is the meat, this is the cilantro. What else is in there? Garlic?
So we have some confit, garlic, and shallot, kind of what you start with for a classic meatball. Then we're going to add our house-made harissa paste, level pepper.
The spices sometimes intimidate me when I'm making things.
Yeah, it intimidates most people, actually, because they don't want to overdo it. But actually, I like to be pretty aggressive with spicing. Kind of gives you a little extra kick. So you have some cumin, some anise seed, olive oil, tomato paste here.
And when you're making things like this, a concoction of ingredients and spices, does it matter the order that you put them in?
Normally you want to start with the meat base, obviously, and then you want to add. Normally you want to make sure that your salt is correct.
Okay.
From there, you can add your spices as they go along.
Be creative.
Yeah, get creative. There's some little cayenne pepper in there. Okay. And we mix that all together. Once it's all together, we add a very important part. Is some roasted bell peppers as well.
Okay.
Very important part is to add breadcrumbs to the meatballs. It helps keep it nice and moist and plump, and some egg. Normally I do like per 2 pounds I do 1 egg and like 3 tablespoons of breadcrumb.
What's the name of this particular thing? I know it's the lamb sliders. Does it have a long fancy name?
Just Moroccan lamb meatball sliders. That's what I call it.
Okay, Moroccan
lamb meatball sliders. It
smells so good.
It's basically like a base of like merguez sausage.
Okay.
From North Africa, and then we add kind of the Italian-style meatball to it to kind of make it more friendly.
I like it.
So,
show me what they look like. I know you also toast the bun.
Toast the slider bun so it gets a nice texture to it, and then we take this mixture, roll it into meatballs, and then we make like a nice spicy, smoky, sweet tomato sauce, Moroccan tomato sauce. We put it inside the tagine, let them all bake off together.
Ooh.
From there, that's what you get there.
Booze Sood is right across from us here, 64th and Broadway. Tomorrow night you can check it out along with 20 other restaurants. Actually 36 restaurants, sorry, it's 20 live music acts, 36 restaurants. And some of the restaurants you can, $1 to $4, you get these opportunities to taste and say, you know what, that's a restaurant I want to go back to. So we're going to make these and pass them over right now. We need 2, one for Michelle and one for Rob. And I think they're going to like this one. I think this is delicious. And, okay. So this is what I passed to them. Okay, guys?
You want 2, right?
Yeah, I want 1 too. But I got to get this over to them so they can try it. Because, you know, TV, we got to keep on the schedule.
There you go.
Okay, this one is to them.
This is
okay,
awesome.
Guys.
Yes.
Here you go. This is just so yummy.
Amy
and
had
it's a little heavy.
lamb.
Are you ready? Oh, here, put that one on the top. We don't want it to go. Okay, here it goes. Piping hot, you guys, just for you.
Watch out for the little sticker. It goes through the bottom.
Oh, I like it.
Beautiful. Wow.
Yes, indeed.
Travis tells me, he said these are sometimes a little messy to eat.
That's
so,
okay.
We'll do it during the commercial then.
When he said that, I heard a challenge is what I heard.
Listen, we're the home office. Don't worry about us.
Oh, look at that. Look at you, Al Bundy.
Okay.
This is good. This is like
Winter's Eve.
This should be fascinating.
Travis, you're so talented.
Get it. Thank you.
we like the flower pot he cooks in.
Enjoy.
Look at Amy.
It's so good, right? It's like a lamb manwich.
Look at Amy. She's a lady.
Oh, I love the spices.
A little spice.
Right?
Uh-oh.
There it goes.
How about that? Anything on me?
I'm going to put this over
Back
here.
to
I'm
you
going to
guys.
just go to the thing, and then we can do the...
Then we'll eat this in the commercial. Amy,
thank you.
Winter's Eve, tomorrow night. Eat well.
Straight ahead on Eyewitness News. Pope Francis received thanks for his lesson in courage this morning by visiting a conflict-ridden country in Africa, the issue that is dividing the country, and how he hopes to close a huge gap.
And in sports, the magic of LeBron James on the court, all at the expense, though, of the Nets, who came very close to knocking off the Cavs until that big dude stepped in with something to say. We'll be back.
Framed for treason, but uncovering the truth
There's a second ball out there.
will come at a price.
The longer you hold out, the harder it's going to be for those you care about.
Quantico, all new tonight on ABC.
We know quitting smoking isn't easy. If you're a Medicaid member, medications to help you quit are covered. Ask your doctor for help today and quit smoking for good. For more help, call 1-866-NY-QUITS.
I'm Chris Bosch. When I was sidelined with blood clots in my lung, it was serious. Fortunately, my doctor had a game plan.
Treatment with Xarelto.
Hey, guys.
Hey, finally somebody I can look up to. Besides Arnie.
Xarelto is proven to treat and help reduce the risk of DVT and PE blood clots.
Xarelto is also proven to reduce the risk of stroke in people with AFib, not caused by a heart valve problem.
For people with AFib currently well managed on warfarin, there is limited information on how Xarelto and warfarin compare in reducing the risk of stroke.
You know, I tried warfarin, but the blood testing and dietary restrictions...
Don't get me started on that. I didn't have to.
We started on Xarelto.
Nice pass.
Safety first.
Like all blood thinners, don't stop taking Xarelto without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of a blood clot or stroke. While taking, you may bruise more easily, and it may take longer for bleeding to stop. Xarelto may increase your risk of bleeding if you take certain medicines. Xarelto can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling. If you have had spinal anesthesia while on Xarelto, watch for back pain or any nerve or muscle-related signs or symptoms. Do not take Xarelto if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. Tell your doctor before all planned medical or dental procedures. Before starting Xarelto, tell your doctor about any kidney, liver, or bleeding problems.
You know, Xarelto is the #1 prescribed blood thinner in its class.
That's a big win.
It is for me.
With Xarelto, there is no regular blood monitoring and no known dietary restrictions.
Treatment with Xarelto
Was the right move for us. Ask your doctor about Xarelto.
Welcome back. A newborn baby is in a California hospital this morning after she was found buried alive. The question remains, who could do such a thing? People on a nearby bike path in Compton heard the baby's muffled cries Friday and called police. She was found under pieces of asphalt and garbage near a creek. Investigators believe the baby was just 24 to 36 hours old when she was found. There is evidence that she was born at a medical facility. She is now under observation at a hospital.
Happening today, President Obama will head to Paris to join leaders from nearly 200 countries at a climate change summit, a meeting that is part politics but also part defiance in the face of the Paris attacks. Negotiators will try to reach an international agreement for limiting carbon emissions and also reducing the impact of global warming. Meanwhile, though, Republican lawmakers here in the U.S. are working to undermine the president's environmental agenda. Dozens of GOP senators are vowing to block funding for the UN climate change program.
Right now, the Pope is on the last leg of his trip to Africa as he visits a country divided by conflict between Muslims and Christians, war-torn area. This morning, the Pope met with Christians living at a refugee camp in the capital city of the Central African Republic. He was surrounded by UN peacekeepers as Pope Francis was greeted by school children. He told those living at the camp that he prays for peace for them. Tomorrow, Pope Francis will visit a mosque housing Muslim refugees who have been forced out of their homes.
When we come back, sports news with Laura Benke. Stay with us.
When you want breaking news, Eyewitness News First at 4 is where you get it first. Breaking news from Liz Cho and David Navarro. The AccuWeather forecast from Lee Goldberg. And it's all streaming live no matter where you are. Get it first with Eyewitness News First at 4 on Channel 7.
Public safety or going too far? A sweeping plan to ban smoking in public housing. And she was once a foster child. Now she's helping thousands of people in need. Up close this morning at 11.
Now only Ford offers $750 Black Friday bonus cash on select vehicles on top of Ford Friends and Neighbors pricing.
That doesn't happen every day.
Now get Black Friday Friends and Neighbors pricing for a total value of $5,274 on Fusion.
What if the holidays were about people again? And the four-letter word that defined the season was L-O-V-E and not S-A-L-E. That's the world TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and home goods stores live in, where there's no need for sales because we offer amazing prices on thoughtful gifts every day. Let's put more value on what really matters. This season, bring back the holidays with TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and home goods.
Did we stop at offering free access to over 1 million Wi-Fi hotspots?
No.
Did we stop at offering a wide array of super-fast internet speed?
No.
Did we stop at offering internet that can include Hulu and HBO Now?
No.
Sorry, not you.
And did we stop at that third box of custard-filled donuts? No! Should we have?
Yes.
No. At Optimum, we never stop innovating to give you the choices you want, where you want, at the price you want. Optimum, let's connect more.
Now, only Ford offers special Friends and Neighbors Black Friday pricing on America's best-selling trucks, including the Built Ford Tough F-150. An example of Ford Friends and Neighbors Black Friday pricing is a total value of $10,160 on F-150.
Relax. Sunday morning, 9:24.
Time for sports with Laura Benke.
Good morning, everyone. LeBron James and the Cavaliers have not been perfect to start this season, except in one way, their home record. The defending Eastern Conference champs had not lost in Cleveland heading into last night and their date with the Nets. Brooklyn looking to hand the Cavs their first home loss and earn a fourth win themselves. The Nets showing poise early. Brook Lopez finished with a team-high 22 points, gives Brooklyn a 7-point lead here in the first. Lopez also sharing the ball. The nice pass to Shane Larkin, cutting in for the layup. Still up by 7. The Cavs would not make a charge until the third. Kevin Love, the 3-ball. That's Cleveland's first lead of the game. Right after that, Matthew Dellavedova to Tristan Thompson, who finishes the alley-oop. The Nets still hanging in, though. Jarrett Jack up ahead to Thaddeus Young for the great layup. The Nets by 4, but let's not forget about LeBron. The tie game in the final minute, the king. The running floater with 1 second left, 90-88, the Nets fall. Well, 3 straight losses. That was a fate the Rangers were in danger of suffering yesterday as the Blue Shirts tried to help their mini skid hosting the Flyers yesterday afternoon. Still no score in the second period. Wayne Simmons changing all that on the breakaway over Antti Ranta, 1-0 to the third. The Rangers can't clear the puck in front of the net. Sean Couturier finally punches it in. That made it 2-0. Meanwhile, the Rangers offense stagnant. Marchel's shot in the third goes off the post. And that was the only real opportunity they had all day long. 3-0, the Rangers take their third straight loss. Last night in Florida, the Islanders visiting the Lightning. First period, Thomas Greiss, the initial save, but Alex Killorn swats the rebound out of midair. Isles in a 1-0 hole. To the second, New York getting on the board on the power play. Franz Nielsen to Josh Bailey for the one-timer, but still 2-1 Lightning. Tied up in the third, another power play chance for the Isles, and it's John Tavares finally punching in the loose puck for the lead. 3-2, the Isles end up with the win. And the final piece of our hockey hat trick, the Devils traveling to Montreal last night. A fluky first goal for the Habs. The big slap shot here goes off Alex Galchenyuk and in, taking that really weird angle. 1-0 Canadiens. Under a minute left in the game, Devils down 1. Adam Henrique to Kyle Palmieri, who ties it with 21.7 seconds left. So we go to overtime. Henrique leaving it for John Moore, who puts in his own rebound, and that's going to do it. 3-2. The Devils get the win in OT. And that's your morning look at sports. I'm Laura Benke. We'll have much more on the Jets and Giants when we see you again later tonight at 5.
Thank you, Laura. Much more ahead on Eyewitness News this Sunday morning, including a live look at today's top stories.
3 people are dead, 16 injured after an overnight multi-vehicle crash in New Jersey. I'm Kristen Thorne with the details coming up.
Thank you, Kristen. Also had 326 frames, new images from that controversial shooting of 12-year-old Tamir Rice in Cleveland. But do we have any new clues here?
Planes, trains, and automobiles. Tens of millions of Americans are trotting back home after the Thanksgiving holiday.
And Amy is back with a look at the AccuWeather forecast. She's out there right in our neighborhood on the Upper West Side with a great preview of the Winter's Eve Fest coming up tomorrow night. We'll be right back.
Eyewitness News is everywhere, and now we're on your wrist. Instant breaking news alerts and top headlines right here on the Apple Watch. Search ABC7NY and download now. Stay up to the minute with Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Way up in the North Pole, a penguin loaded a toy car onto a racetrack. Zoom. It took off. Going faster and faster until finally it stopped. Right in our driveway.
Really?
Yeah.
The Lexus December to Remember sales event is here. Lease the 2016 IS300 all-wheel drive for $349 a month for 36 months, and we'll make your first month's payment. See your Lexus dealer.
It's the holidays, which means a house full of people who all want to get online. So it's the perfect time for Verizon Fios. It has the fastest internet and Wi-Fi available, with speeds from 50 to 500 megs. And right now, you'll get 50 meg Fios internet, TV, and phone for $79.99 a month online for your first year. And with a 2-year agreement, we'll give you all the premium movie channels for a year, plus $400 back. So go online or call now. Get out of the past. Get Fios.
You're working hard, but still struggling to make ends meet. And you're behind on your rent. Now you're facing possible eviction. You can't imagine your kid going through it. What do you tell her? We can help keep your family in your home. But you have to let us know you need help. Please, reach out before you're forced out of your home.
Eyewitness News needs your help to protect our children. Have you seen David? ABC 7 and your Tri-State Ford dealers thank you for helping protect our children.
Welcome back, everybody, to Eyewitness News. Early on this Sunday morning, looking at a live picture there. One World Trade in the center of your screen. A chilly Sunday morning out there. Much, much cooler than yesterday. So,
Right.
hope you enjoyed yesterday. Today's different, but it feels like November, finally.
Nice.
It is not too bad. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being with us. I'm Rob Nelson.
And I'm Michelle Charlesworth. Welcome to Eyewitness News Sunday morning. It's time to go get a tree weather.
Yes,
Right?
indeed.
You can't do it in shorts. Meteorologist Amy Freeze has our first look at the weather.
Good morning to the both of you. All across the area, we've seen the tree lighting ceremony starting to happen. There'll be more this week. And right here in our own neighborhood on the Upper West Side, where WABC is located, we will be hosting the tree lighting of Lincoln Square at 5:30 on Eyewitness News tomorrow night. So this morning we took the opportunity to give you a preview. Along with the tree lighting, we have sort of a party in the neighborhood. About 36 restaurants will open their doors and offer samples to people who fill up the sidewalks, and they entertain the local businesses. And there are also about 20 live music performers. The Steve Chapin Band will be here. It's really going to be a nice night, and it goes from about 4 p.m. to almost 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And there are lots of activities for kids that are free, so it's fun for the whole family. This morning we are waking up to colder temperatures. What you need to know is bundle up this morning. We're currently in the upper 30s and around the boroughs, but it's even colder north and west. We were sub-freezing this morning, and temperatures up to 25 degrees colder this morning. It was really a rude awakening. This cold front has brought in chilly air from the north, and although the front stalled out to the south and is still lingering with some showers off to the south, we're actually starting to see the clearing in quite rapidly. So the further north you are, you've got some sunshine breaking through, and I can see blue skies here in Manhattan. Also back to the west of this lingering shower activity for the Jersey Shore, we're starting to see some clearing as well. So planning this day, sunshine by about 11 noon for a majority of the area, and we hit a high of 51 this afternoon. Clear skies at sunset should be a beauty, and then temperatures falling off into the 30s again tonight. Coming up in a few minutes, we'll have dancers who are part of Winter's Eve. We'll preview their skills and talents, and of course, more details on what you can expect tomorrow night here on the Upper West Side. From Dante's Park, back inside to you guys, Rob and Michelle.
All right, Amy, thank you. Now we're going to turn to an update on a developing story in New Jersey. State police say 3 people are dead and more than a dozen injured after a horrific crash on I-287. The nasty collision involved a car, a multi-passenger van, and also a pickup truck trailer that was carrying cattle at the time. Eyewitness News reporter Kristen Thorne live for us at Morristown Medical Center with more details on this. Morning, Kristen.
Good morning, Rob. Yes, several of those people now recovering here at Morristown Medical Center. As you mentioned, 3 people killed and 16 others injured in this horrific crash. We want to show you some video we got from last night. This was around 10:30 last night, northbound I-287 in Bernards Township around exit 29. At least 4 vehicles involved, including a pickup truck, a passenger car, a multi-passenger van, and a trailer carrying cattle. A few of those cows were killed as well. well. 2 people pronounced dead at the scene. 1 later died at Morristown Medical Center. 9 others now recovering at Robert Wood Johnson Hospital. Several miles of 287 northbound were closed this morning around exit 29. All lanes northbound were shut down. Thankfully, those lanes have been reopened this morning. We're still waiting to hear from New Jersey State Police about what caused this multi-vehicle crash. We're live in Morristown this morning. I'm Kristen Thorne, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Kristen. Pennsylvania police have a suspect in custody after one of their own was shot and killed. 31-year-old Ray Shetler, Jr. was shot and taken into custody early this morning after a 6-hour manhunt that happened outside of Pittsburgh. He's accused of killing Officer Lloyd Reed last night while Reed was responding to a domestic violence call. Reed served on the police force for more than 2 decades. New this morning, a home in Suffolk County went up in flames. Firefighters are at the scene right now in North Babylon. Video shows the home getting gutted by fire just before 2:30 this morning. The flames also spread to a car and a home right next door. One person is being treated for smoke inhalation.
The prosecutor in the Tamir Rice case has now released enhanced video of the moments before and after the 12-year-old little boy was shot and killed by a police officer. The surveillance video is sequenced and enhanced frame by frame, but it does not appear to show whether Tamir, as police officials have maintained, was indeed reaching into his waistband for the pellet gun when patrolman Timothy Lohman shot him less than 2 seconds after getting out of his police car. In recent weeks, several experts have weighed in on the case. They have released, though, conflicting reports about whether the fatal shooting was justified or not. A grand jury still must decide whether to charge the officers involved.
New this morning, police know exactly who they're looking for after a man's phone was stolen on the subway. The suspect was a big help. He got his picture right into investigators' hands. This selfie was uploaded to the victim's Google account, which is automatically linked to his phone's camera. That phone was stolen last month on the Q train. Police say this is the man who took it. He ran off with the phone at the Beverly Road station in Prospect Park South.
Genius. Today's the day everyone, of course, hits the road to get home after Thanksgiving. And if you have similar plans out there, you may be hitting some pretty serious traffic. This is a live look at the world's busiest bridge. We all know it well, the GWB. Experts say the worst time to be on the road will be after 1 o'clock this afternoon. So you may want to head out early if you can. And more than 2.5 million people will travel by air today. This is a live look at LaGuardia. In total, more than 25 million people travel through U.S. airports in just the 12 days surrounding Thanksgiving. Smart people always do. They leave either late at night or before sunrise in the morning,
right?
And they are much happier when
My brother does that.
When they get home.
It's 2 a.m. I gotta go.
But
beat the traffic. Beat the DC traffic.
That's it.
Coming up next on Eyewitness News on this Sunday morning, talk about a gamble. We talked about this yesterday morning. A daring heist took place right outside of a casino. How did the thief manage to saddle up to an armored car, walk away with $500,000?
Sounds like Ocean's 11,
right?
Huh? Also ahead, meet the adventurer from Brooklyn who rode solo across the Atlantic Ocean. Amazing. Why, though, was it so important for him to set out on such a risky journey? We'll tell you why.
And it's meteorologist Amy Freeze and food and winter's eve. She's coming back with the AccuWeather forecast and lots more. Stay with us.
Closed captioning is sponsored by Raymore and Flanagan. For the closest location, please visit RaymoreFlanagan.com.
Cyber sales are storming in with Ultra HD TV deals. Ultra HD, huh? I'll look good enough to eat. Oh, no. Samsung Ultra HD TV on sale at Target.com.
I just want the most wonderful holiday ever.
You should get holiday scratch-offs from the New York Lottery.
You can talk.
Come on, Brian, there's more chances to win than ever.
Like 4 new holiday games.
With a second chance sweepstakes to win $500 a week for life.
You're talking. You're talking.
You could buy a huge flat screen.
Or a huge turkey and eat it.
Words are...
2 words. Speedboat.
Who are you talking to?
Nobody.
New holiday scratch-off games from the New York Lottery. More ways to make life wonderful.
It's the holidays, which means a house full of people who all want to get online. So it's the perfect time for Verizon Fios. It has the fastest internet and Wi-Fi available, with speeds from 50 to 500 megs. And right now, you'll get 50 meg Fios internet, TV, and phone for $79.99 a month online for your first year. And with a 2-year agreement, we'll give you all the premium movie channels for a year, plus $400 back. So go online or call now.
Get out of the ping site-wide. Expect a 100% chance of me doing no work on Monday. Shouldn't have said that on air. Get 15% off Target.com, Cyber Monday only.
All right, tomorrow night is the 16th annual Winter's Eve celebration here in Lincoln Square, our neighborhood, featuring food and music and 3, 2, 1, pow, our great tree lighting.
Very cool. Look at that. I've never been, I'm ashamed to admit. So tomorrow night, a night off, may go check it out.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Gotta do it. One of those things. Let's check back in now with meteorologist Amy Free. She's live right there in front of that tree that will be lit tomorrow night. With a look at weather and all the good stuff going on out there. Good morning, Miss Freeze.
Morning, morning.
Good morning to the both of you. This is the 16th year for Winter's Eve here on the Upper West Side. I'm actually in Dante Park, which is right across from Lincoln Center, and we are going to have some of the dancers, the performers, the live entertainment that will be available tomorrow night. You can come into the neighborhood 4 to 8 to 9 o'clock at night and test the restaurants and really enjoy what the Upper West Side is all about, which is entertainment and culture and delicious eats, and we are a part of it because we are right here on the Upper West Side. Eyewitness News will be broadcasting live at 5:30, the actual lighting ceremony. Let me get you up to speed on the weather, and then we'll get a chance to check out these amazing dancers. They're incredible. I saw them last year, and it's really a lot of fun to watch them. So they're going to warm up a little bit, and you need to bundle up and warm up. Temperatures right now are in the 30s in the Bros. Looking at the official reporting station right now, Central Park, we're currently at 37 degrees. Winds have been out of the north this morning, and it's chilly. I mean, a real change where we typically have temperatures in the upper 40s. We've been having 60s. The last 2 days, even yesterday, we outperformed and got a 63 for the record books. And then a northerly wind that'll continue for today. Radar and satellite picture, there are lingering showers for South Jersey. That's the front that came through, and that's also the introduction to this new air mass from the north. While the front is still affecting the Ohio River Valley all the way back to the Central Plains, for us, the front moves off to the south and east today. We get a high 51. Another shot of cold air coming in tomorrow, so it's even colder with 46. The AccuWeather breakdown of clouds to sunshine. I even see blue sky here in Manhattan. We're starting to see those improvements. So the further north you are, the quicker you're going to get good-looking skies. Tonight, a few clouds. We go to 38 in the city with 20s in the suburbs. And then tomorrow, it is chilly. The coldest day of the week for tomorrow. We'll get some sun breaks coming. It's overcast with drizzle on Tuesday, and Tuesday into Wednesday night, we'll actually have up to an inch of rainfall, and that will be the wettest part of the week. Then we see our temperatures returning to the 50s. Now, the Inkahata group of New York are going to be performing for us right now, and just incredible to see this dance group. They have been with Winter's Eve for the last several years. Beautiful costumes, as you can see, and they actually have the music set up. So I'm going to let them give a little performance here and turn the mic over to the music. Bolivian Tinkas dancers. Nice to see you guys. The name of our group is Inkahata, New York. So nice to see you. Look so beautiful, all dressed up. They're part of the live entertainment, you guys, for Winter's Eve. And there are so many acts. The Steve Chapin Band will be here for the ceremony and the tree lighting. That's going to be fun to have them. And really just a fantastic opportunity to have you guys come into the neighborhood and also to expose some of the great performances that happen here in and around the Lincoln Center. I'm looking forward to it. Tomorrow night, 4 to about 8 or 9 o'clock, right here on the Upper West Side. Don't forget to stop by the Fishbowl which is where we broadcast the news from, 66 and Columbus. We'd love it if you come by and wave to us. Rob and Michelle, back inside to you.
So good. Awesome. That was great.
They're great. They look great, too. Oh, great energy out there.
Good. Yeah. That was great. Thank you, Amy. The 16th annual Winter's Eve celebration gets started at 5:30 tomorrow night here on Eyewitness News.
We're coming right back with more news, but first, we have to go to the Channel 7 community calendar. And something extraordinary happened in the world of music this week. One word, Adele, shattering the first week sales record, 3.38 million copies of that album sold. So this is a remix of the song that my girlfriend will not stop playing, and I've heard 1,000 times already. This is the signature track from the album. This is a remix of...
It's not going to play.
Hello?
It's not playing.
Here's what's happening in your community. Local artisans sell one-of-a-kind gifts, jewelry, art, clothing, home decor, chocolate, and sweets at the Indoor Street Fair and Holiday Gift Gallery in Rockland County. On the historic New York Brooklyn Bridge Tour, explore the history of the bridge from the time when it was first built to its present-day place in our growing city. Find special holiday gifts made by local artists and artisans on Staten Island at the Holiday Arts and Crafts Fair. The Brooklyn Holiday Bazaar in Gowanus features handmade items, food vendors, and craft activities for kids. In Connecticut, join in the fun at the Round Hill Community Church's annual Advent Workshop to celebrate the beginning of the season. For more information about these events and to submit an event that may be featured on the community calendar, go to ABC7NY.
Raymore and Flanagan invites you to make big changes. Easy, fast, and affordable while everything is on sale. Gather together in your new living room. Share a family meal in your new dining room. Turn any bedroom into a sleeping paradise. The Thanksgiving sale continues with 0% APR for 60 months, delivery in 3 days or less on your newest style. Sale ends Monday, 9 p.m. Only at Raymore and Flanagan.
Opportunity has no slow season, no off days or downtime. Opportunity is everything you make of it. This winter, take advantage of our season's best offers on the latest generation of Cadillacs, the 2016 Cadillac SRX. Current GM lessees can get this low-mileage lease on this SRX from around $339 per month. Visit CadillacTristate.com to locate a dealer near you.
My mom and I have the same hands, same eyes, same laugh. And since she's had moderate Alzheimer's disease, I've discovered we have the same fighting spirit, too. That's why I asked her doctor about new once-a-day Nemzaric.
New Nemzaric is approved for moderate to severe Alzheimer's disease in patients who are currently taking and can continue to take certain doses of both Namenda and donepezil. New Nemzaric is the first and only treatment to combine two proven Alzheimer's medicines into a single once-a-day capsule that works two ways to fight the symptoms of moderate to severe Alzheimer's disease. Once-a-day Nemzaric may improve cognition and overall function and may slow the worsening of symptoms for a while. Nemzaric does not change how the disease progresses. It shouldn't be taken by anyone allergic to memantine, donepezil, piperidine, or any of the ingredients in Nemzaric. Before starting treatment, tell the doctor about any medical conditions they have, including heart or lung problems, seizures, stomach ulcers, bladder, kidney, or liver problems. Tell the doctor if the patient will have any procedures involving anesthesia, which may cause muscle problems. Other serious side effects may occur, including slow heartbeat and fainting, increased stomach acid, which may raise the chance of ulcers and bleeding, nausea and vomiting, difficulty passing urine, seizures, and worsening of lung problems. The most common side effects associated with Nemzaric are headache, diarrhea, dizziness, loss of appetite, and bruising.
Mom and I share a lot of moments, and we're making the most of each one.
Ask your doctor if new Nemzaric is right for your loved one.
Welcome back. A thief did not even have to use a gun or wear a mask to walk away from an armored car with over $500,000 in cash.
Crazy. Police say the man dressed as a guard and ripped off the money broad daylight in front of a casino, no less, in downtown Detroit. ABC's Marcy Gonzalez has the story.
Casino 21 and Casino 22.
Outside of this Detroit casino, a $500,000 heist pulled off by a thief armed with nothing more than the right disguise.
A blue Loomis jacket, black glasses, He took money from a driver there.
The driver of this Loomis armored truck was making a stop unrelated to the casino Friday morning when he reportedly claims a man dressed like a fellow Loomis security employee told him to open the back of the vehicle. Thinking he was a co-worker, the driver reportedly followed the order. The thief managed to grab a few bags of cash and simply walk off with more than $500,000.
The good thing is that no one was hurt. And that's, at this point, that's the most important thing. But we will continue our investigation to ascertain who's responsible and what happened.
Police now questioning the driver and going over surveillance footage from outside of the Greektown casino as the FBI joins the search for the man behind this high-stakes criminal gamble. Marcy Gonzalez, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Sometimes it's the simple plan frightening enough that works. Oh, man. Well, a man on a journey to raise AIDS awareness in his brother's memory is back here in New York after a nearly 2-year rowing trip across the Atlantic Ocean. Amazing.
Yeah, the word rowing is really what is amazing. Victor Mooney arrived at the Brooklyn Navy Yard Friday, 21 months after setting off from the Canary Islands. The AIDS activist did not have an easy journey. He lost 80 pounds. He was robbed while he was stopped at an island off of Haiti, set upon by sharks, and he had to have his boat repaired in North Carolina after it started taking on water. Mooney will celebrate his return at the Brooklyn Bridge tomorrow.
Oh, I'm sure his brother is proud. I hope he gets a hero's welcome tomorrow. That's, yeah, really impressive.
Right?
We'll be right back with a look at the morning's top stories.
But first, here's Bill Ritter with a look at what's coming up on Up Close.
Good morning. Coming up on Up Close, we're going to take a closer look at a sweeping plan to ban smoking in public housing, not only inside the apartments, but also in the common areas. It is sparking a debate again between the rights of smokers and the health rights of non-smokers. Also, talk about All in the Family. We talked with the Chapin family, all of them, with the exception of the one who was always with them in their hearts, the late, great Harry Chapin, the family that sings together, stays together. Plus, we'll introduce you to a very special woman. She struggled as a kid in the foster care system. Now, as an adult, she is helping feed thousands of people in need this holiday season, and in fact, all year round. All that and more coming up on Up Close this morning at 11, and we hope you join us.
Has he now gone too far? There's a new firestorm over what Donald Trump's now saying. So will there be a backlash in the polls? Today, that's what we'll ask Ben Carson, plus what he's seeing on his surprise visit to a refugee camp in the Middle East. Today, turn it to ABC's This Week with George.
Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine.
See all the joy of Christmas in the little face next to you. The Radio City Christmas Spectacular, presented by Chase. Visit RadioCityChristmas.com today.
Now, only Ford offers special Friends and Neighbors Black Friday pricing on our entire lineup.
That doesn't happen every day.
Make Black Friday hassle-free with low prices on America's best-selling trucks for 38 years, including the Built Ford Tough F-150. Go to Ford.com, and the price you see is the price you'll pay.
It's an inside deal now for everyone.
An example of Ford Friends and Neighbors Black Friday pricing is a total value of $10,160 on F-150. It's an inside deal now for everyone. Ends November 30th.
Framed for treason, but uncovering the truth.
There's a second ball out there.
Will come at a price.
The longer you hold out, the harder it's going to be for those you care about.
Quantico, all new tonight on ABC.
Coming up in just a few minutes is This Week with George Stephanopoulos.
Here is Martha Raddatz with a preview.
Good morning, Michelle and Rob. So much to get to today as we bring you the latest on that shooting in Colorado. We'll talk exclusively with a top Planned Parenthood official. Were they the target of domestic terrorism? Plus, we'll go one-on-one with Ben Carson in Jordan. Has this trip changed his view on the refugee crisis? And we'll talk football after that stunning announcement about Frank Gifford. That and much more coming up on This Week. Michelle and Rob, back to you.
Thank you so much, Martha. Developing right now, more than a dozen people are recovering after a deadly crash involving a livestock truck in New Jersey.
Eyewitness News reporter Kristen Thorne is live at Morristown Medical Center with details. Hi, Kristen.
Rob and Michelle, at least 3 people killed in this accident. Several of them now recovering at Morristown Medical Center. 16 others injured in this accident. We want to show you the video we got from last night around 10:30 last night. 287 north around exit 29 in Bernards Township. At least 4 vehicles involved, including a pickup truck, a passenger car, a multi-passenger van, and a trailer carrying cattle. Several of those cows were killed as well. 2 people pronounced dead at the scene. 1 later died at Morristown Medical Center. 9 people now recovering at Robert Wood Johnson Hospital. Several miles of the highway were closed this morning, now reopened. Thankfully, we are still waiting to hear from New Jersey State Police about what caused this multi-vehicle crash. We're live in Morristown this morning. I'm Kristen Thorne, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Kristen, thank you so much. Investigators are on the scene after a state trooper was involved in a deadly crash. The trooper was stopped at an accident in West Babylon when investigators say someone rear-ended the trooper's car. We've learned a pedestrian at the scene was killed, but it is unclear whether or not that person was involved in the original crash.
Police are searching for the man who lit more than 3 dozen religious flags on fire in front of a Queens home. Video police sent to us overnight shows the man in the front yard of a Woodhaven home lighting fire to 40 religious Hindu flags. All this happened early Thanksgiving morning near 89th Avenue and 80th Street. Thankfully, though, no one was hurt.
Let's go back outside, get a final check on the AccuWeather forecast with Amy and in Cayeta, New York. Woo!
Yes, you guys, this is all part of Winter's Eve, a preview for you. 36 restaurants, more than 20 live performances. Tomorrow's weather, here it is, the AccuWeather 7-day forecast. We get 51 today, but it's even colder, so bundle up as you come to the Upper West Side for Winter's Eve. It is the 16th year. We're going for a high 51 today, 46 tomorrow, chilly sun breaks, and rain up to an inch Tuesday night into Wednesday. These are Bolivian tinka dancers, and it's called In Cayeta, New York City. You've got 30 members in your, can you make it 31? I want to learn a little something before we go. What do you got, Abby?
Okay, so you're just going to go 1, 2, and you clap. There you go. And then you go to the other side. There you go. And then you would just repeat that. Yeah.
I'd like to get an outfit.
You should.
Maybe, you know? All right, they will be right across from Trump International at Frey Plaza tomorrow night. Check them out. I'll get them ready to sign off the show, you guys. For now, we go back inside to Michelle and Rob.
Oh, that's awesome. The best. 37 degrees. Got to warm you up. There you go. That's going to do it for this edition of Eyewitness News on this Sunday morning. I'm Michelle Charlesworth.
And I'm Rob Nelson. Thanks so much for being with us. Eyewitness News is back tonight at 5 o'clock. But now we leave you with more from outside of Lincoln Square with a preview of Winter's Eve Fest.
Yeah, take it away.
Here we go. Ready?
Presenting world-first technology. From a trunk that helps when your hands are full, to sensors that know when you need fresh air. And if looks could kill, we'd tell you to turn away. Presenting the 2015 Genesis. And now, for an encore, lease the all-new Genesis for only $289 a month, plus $1,500 Conquest lease cash. Visit your Hyundai dealer today. Offer ends November 30th.
Occasionally, people come along who are not content with simply moving things along. They want to take things further. bored by reinvention of the superficial kind. Their goal isn't to improve on what has been done before, but to totally reimagine it.
Your daughter's gonna love this car.
She sure is.